Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I am Ryan Clifton Bolin. I hope you all are having a great day. Look, I want to get right down to it. I found something very disturbing in reference to law enforcement, and that is that law enforcement basically are finding fentanyl, a highly dangerous drug, fentanyl, in Skittles. Yes, in Skittles. Now, so I'm going to read this article because you guys got to hear this. It's pretty shocking. I'm going to read this article, and then we're going to get right into it. Okay. The article is entitled "Law Enforcement Finding Fentanyl in Everything from Skittles to Vaping Pens Coming Across Border." Riverside County, California law enforcement, along the United States-Mexico border and in California's border communities, are finding the deadliest of drugs, fentanyl, in just about everything from bags of Skittles to vaping pens. As President Joe Biden's administration considers fighting to keep mask mandates on Americans traveling on domestic commercial flights and buses, law enforcement officials say they are witnessing firsthand an epidemic far greater than the Chinese coronavirus. "We're finding fentanyl in everything," Riverside County District Attorney Mitchell Hestron said at a meeting with Representative Darrell Issa and Ken Calvert. Fentanyl, of which 2 milligrams can kill one person. Isn't that pretty shocking? 2 milligrams can kill a person. It's primarily manufactured in China before being flown into Mexico, where the Mexican drug cartels then traffic the drug into American communities via the nation's southern border. Many of the factories where fentanyl is laced into drugs sit right on the border. Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco revealed that in some cases, the Mexican drug cartels are now making their deadly product in the U.S. here. "We're finding fentanyl laced into all of the hard drugs. It's getting into vaping pens," Hestron said. "At the same time, we're having a counterfeit pill issue. The Mexican drug cartels are producing pills that look exactly like Oxycontin. They're made using fentanyl, and the drug dealers are selling them on Snapchat." Isn't that something? In one recent instance, Histron said a drug dealer on Snapchat purported to be selling Miami Marlins jerseys with the number 30 on the back was actually selling M30 pills made with fentanyl. "A parent would think their child is buying a jersey, but they're actually being sold Oxycontin with fentanyl," Histron said. Border Patrol agents let me go further down here. "Fentanyl can be laced through any narcotic. Some agents have seen where fentanyl pills are hidden in bags of Skittles," Dunbar said. "People who ingest fentanyl pass out, and then the kids around them will get into it and overdose and die as well." "The first time user is the one who is overdosing," he said. Now I'm going to stop right there because I'm going to leave a link to the article below in the description box, and you can read that on your own. Some other startling things that they say in the article, like they made the mention about later on in the article, talks about how that even though this drug fentanyl is extremely dangerous, people are so addicted. It's extremely addictive. They know it's dangerous to the point where it can kill them, but they still want it. And this is a very disturbing, very, very disturbing trend that we're seeing here. As the article says in the beginning, here we have President Joe Biden debating as to whether or not to allow masks could be forced on people on a plane, while he's sitting up there debating and yakking about that. We have this drug fentanyl being put in Skittle packages and laced with other drugs. It's getting out of hand. And it's amazing to me how people do not see this current administration's ignorance, or basically, let's say, willful ignoring of the border issues. This is clearly a situation with the border issues. Now, in the defense of the Border Patrol people and so forth, You can't stop everyone from coming over the border illegally. You can't. I mean, you can have millions of Border Patrol people. You're not going to be able to stop everyone from coming over here. But at least try to do something to curb the situation. When you have an administration whose focus and mind is on non-essentials as to whether or not we should wear a mask on the plane, then that shows you how messed up they are. As the article says in the beginning, law enforcement is saying that we're dealing with an epidemic far greater than the coronavirus. Anybody with eyes to see can see that clearly, that the fentanyl is a serious problem. It's a serious issue. And to go back a little further, it is said that, what's his name? The guy that died back in 2020, the one with the knee on the neck, forget his name. Anyway, it is said that the coroner said that he had fentanyl in his system. And that perhaps George Floyd, that's his name, and that perhaps his death or the fentanyl in his system may have led or contributed to his death. It may not have been a direct cause of his death, but it may have contributed to his death because prior to the knee on the neck situation, he was complaining that he couldn't breathe. Could it be that he couldn't breathe? Because they didn't have their knee on his neck when he said he couldn't breathe. He was saying that before then, which shows clearly negligence on the part of the police officer. But that's a whole nother story. And I'm not going to get into a debate about that. The point is that he was complaining about not being able to breathe prior to the knee on the neck. And so could it be that he was overdosing? And they said he was sweating and some other things. Could it be that he was overdosing on his fentanyl? Who knows? But whatever the case may be, as the article says, 2 milligrams of this thing or whatever can kill a person. That's how strong and how potent this drug is. And it's really become a major situation here. And anytime you get to a point where you can start putting it in Skittles and it starts affecting children, we really have a problem. We really have a problem. The Biden administration needs to get down to what they need to get down to. As far as I'm concerned, they need to really address this situation. Their mind needs to be off this mask mandate crap. That's over. Let's get over this. But then again, you know what? I'm going to be realistic with you. I'm giving you guys one aspect of it, but I'm going to give you the other aspect of it. I don't think the Biden administration is in control of anything. I think that someone else is pulling the strings. And I honestly believe that this whole border patrol situation is a setup to merge Canada, America, and New Mexico together. This is called the North American Union, the NAU. That's been, I think, according to one researcher, this has been going on since 2005, the early 2000s. This idea of merging America, Canada, and Mexico into one called the North American Union. We have the we have the African Union, we have the European Union, we have the Chinese Union, Asian Union, rather. All these other unions merging all these other countries in those particular regions together. And now the elites want to merge, according to these resources, want to merge America with Canada and Mexico. Could this contribute to the fact that the borders are staying open? Because both Democrats and Republicans have not done anything about it. The only person that tried to do something about the border was Trump. But then Trump was an outsider, in my opinion. So, of course, he sees what's really going on. So he's going to really try to address the real issues. The globalist elite, they're trying to cause the issues. They're not trying to fix it. They're trying to cause it. They want a global government. And whatever they can do to get that global government, i.e. the Biden administration, Joe Biden, he's a globalist. He's an internationalist. Whatever they can do to try to get there, they're going to try to do it. And that's what we see here. We see, as far as I'm concerned, what I see, rather, I'm going to put it to you like this. What I see is an administration that's a part of the elite. An administration that's a part of the, like they talk about the elite in entertainment. They're part of the elite in terms of politics. Both the Democrats and Republicans that are part of this elite, that are paid for by the multinational corporations, which are owned by the international banking families, both of them are in bed with each other, so to speak, hugging each other and yeah. But when they get on stage to debate, they hate each other. But that's just for you and I. That's just for us. But in the background, they shaking hands and, what's up, homeboy? What's up, homegirl? They all on each other and laughing at us. So the Biden administration, and Biden in particular, Joe Biden in particular, is a globalist. He's an internationalist. He's a part of the elite. He's paid for. He's controlled. And he's doing what I believe exactly what they want him to do. Keep the borders open. Put all your focus on non-essentials. Put all your focus on this mask mandate. Forget about the Ukraine-Russia situation. Forget about that. Forget about the fact that we might end up going into World War III and our people might end up having to go over there. Our soldiers might end up having to go over there. Forget about that, because it's all about merging everything into one. I'm just saying. So this whole situation is sickening, it's disgusting, and I pray and hope something is done about it. Because once again, this is getting down to our young people, and it needs to be addressed. But what do you guys think? I wanted to say that right. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button. Share this video and subscribe. God bless you all, and see you again.